they didn't have to bring more than 4. And when you don't have to bring more than 4, you can bracket, you can throw more guys back, you can overcover guys like Travis so he doesn't get open. So if your 4-man rush is not getting there, then there's no room for Travis to catch balls.
I drew it up real quick. See it? It's how you drop the 7. Okay, on that one, and with that the interception, the linebacker fluffs off, gets the interception. So you basically almost running like a triangle inside. Underneath you got full zone. We know we like throwing the ball quick to Rice, to Trav. So when you run those things, okay, you can cover more ground. And so that's what you try to do with Patrick is cover as much as possible, right? You still got the young wide receiver out there. Let him win against your guys. Like when you go into game planning, you got to know what teams love doing with guys. Okay. They know us. We played the Bengals several times. We know it. They know us. We know them. Okay. So we added pieces. And they just kind of felt like, well, Stu, we're going to keep doing our defense that we go against Patrick and those guys. Let's keep rushing 4. It's been working in the past.
Yeah.
Sometimes we're running 8, but let's rush. We drop 8. Sometimes let's drop 7. See how they do. So, and especially when he's got the shiny new toys that he want to throw the ball down the field, right? So I bank on Henderson getting some pressure. I bank on him doing that. Flush Patrick out so he don't set his feet, so he can throw the ball quick, right? So that means something. Teams know what they're doing. They know.
Now we did address Kelce. It seemed like there was kind of a little bit in and out rotation with him last week, a little bit, but he was doing more time blocking. And you highlighted that he spent a lot of time blocking versus being able to be a pass catcher that we know and love. But you do a bit more of everything as a tight end, and that's what a tight end does, a little bit of everything. And we're seeing this guy Gary Hands 18 in the comments here, like Teja mentioned. He wants to know, why are we not throwing to Kelce? And obviously you talk about them dropping 7, them dropping 8 guys. It's tough. It's tough to do that. That's why we're passing. Weren't that great today. But JD, what are you noticing about
lowest yardage output of Mahomes' career, by the way,
today's game?
Besides his dislocated kneecap game.
How interesting. But so Gary has a comment here saying my point is last year his first read is Kelce. Now he's staring down Rice. He should never be your first read. Watch the tape. Kelce's open. Mahomes just wants to throw deep every damn play. He's still open. Talking about Kelce. JD, you played in the league. I'm going to defer to you when it comes to this talk that Gary's all these comments that Gary's saying in the chat here. What are you seeing from Kelce, JD? Is Kelce open? Is Mahomes not looking his way? Because I feel like he forced an interception to try to get the ball to Kelce when he wasn't open. So
all right. I'm just going to write the one that Mahomes threw the what's the name of 2, right? Okay. The pick. Okay. Basically, you ran like a diamond from the backfield. All right, can y'all see this? Can y'all see that?
Yeah, good. Perfect. Right there.
All right. So Kelce runs straight up. Okay. Gets to the fluff. That's where he sits. All right. On that play. All right. Classic play for us. That's what we run all the time. Boy, I can't wait to get on my board. Jeez, I can't wait to get on board. But while we're doing that linebacker, the backside linebacker, fluffs over and takes the ball. He sees it. Well, Patrick, okay, because we cut down.
You can get JD the wide on this one if you probably can't remember.
Yeah. We got 3 receivers, okay? 3 receivers on this one side of the ball, okay? Throwing it. All right. So it cuts down on our options. We only got 1 guy in this area, which is Pacheco. Okay. So that means you got 3 guys really in this zone that has to cover 1. So now all he does, so there's no threat. Linebacker comes over here, he gives help. So now you essentially you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys in that zone covering on the other side where Kelce is. Does that make sense? Can y'all see that?
Yeah.
That's what ends up happening. So what they started doing is they just started just playing zone and sitting back. So if Kelce's in your zone, cover him. Because why? Because Patrick goes to him. We know that. So I don't think he was forced to Rice. I don't believe he's forcing it to Rice. You know, sometimes we try to get Kelce going. They understand that too. They do film work. Who can't beat you in the game? Travis Kelce, right? There's a reason why we have a pick because we're trying to throw to Travis Kelce. They know to try to force the ball to him, okay? We're not trying to force it to Rice. We're not trying to do that. But we know they also understand that we do throw short yards pass, right? Quick passes to Rice, killed Ravens last week. Travis Kelce, let him go one-on-one. But everything has to work in sync. So part of it is pass rush, drop 7, pass rush. So that's what they're banking on. You got to play the odds of things. You have to, right? You understand this in the betting game. So sometimes you had to bracket Travis Kelce. That's the reason. And he did. He blocked a whole lot. He blocked a ton this game. Blocked a ton. The one he was able to get to Travis where he was going to throw the ball back is because he extended the ball with his legs. That's what happened. He was able to flush himself out. All right. So I don't think there's anything wrong with Kelce. I just think teams are just not going to let Kelce beat you. Right. If I'm not, I'm going to let the young dude coming from Texas that runs a 4.2, I'm going to let him beat me. Okay. I'm not going to let the guy that was going to go into first ballot Hall of Famer that has all the records as a tight end just about beat me. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to be the guy that's on the same wavelength as Patrick Mahomes, be the guy. I can't. Because once they start cooking, it's all over. Everybody else opens up from that point. So that's how I look at it. If I'm attacking the Chiefs, I got to stop Kelce. I'm going to make sure of that. And we'll let everybody else see. Let everybody else beat us. Let everybody else beat us. I get we want to throw the ball to him. I get we see Taylor Swift jumping up every single down, hoping he's going to get the football, right? I see it. I get it. I want him to get the football. But sometimes it's just not practical, especially with the defense that they run, because they're just not going to let him beat you.
That's tight end love. Of course you want him to get the football.
Absolutely. 100%. I'm jumping it down.
You not want him to get the advantage. You want him to get the football more.
I feel like Taylor Swift out there, like, get the ball to Kelce. And, you know, I realize defensively, I'm like, oh, okay, that's what they're doing. They're boxing him in, you know.
Yeah. To play devil's advocate with Gary's side, like, look, it's alarming to see him get 3 targets and 1 catch for 5 yards. Talking about Mahomes' worst game, coincidentally, it's probably Travis's worst game of his career, too. Yardage-wise, for sure. When has he ever had 5 yards in a freaking game before? It's their worst games of their careers. It's coincidence, right? But I don't know what the answer is. If it is a decoy, but like what you just said, it makes all the sense in the world. But at the same time, that's been teams' plans for years when we had less talent that we were saying, make those guys beat us. When Juju was our number 1 receiver, they were saying, let Juju Smith-Schuster beat us, right? Like, not Kelce, anybody but Kelce. So to play the other side of it, it's like, well, why is this so different than before, right? Is it because he's a year older? Then it's like it takes that much more like youth and talent to get open now than it used to? I don't know. I don't know what the answer is.
We had 25 pass attempts. 25. Okay? 25 pass attempts. You said only 3 to Kelce that was thrown to him. So
6 to Rice.
6 to Rice,
yeah.
3 to Kelce. And so when you start looking at the distribution, what he's doing, right? You got to take what the defense gives you. I get you want to try to get the ball to Kelce. And so I'm sure it is maybe a combination of things. I don't believe it's like one of those things where he's throwing that, like everybody wants to use that narrative. I don't think that's what it is. And to be honest, when you look over the games of Cincinnati Bengals, and I haven't looked. I think Marcus, you was talking about this earlier, right? You were talking about, well, we were talking about this on the betting show. Okay. How many games have Travis Kelce had one of the bets? Like how many catches and yards he's had over like the course of the games?
Oh, with Bengals?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been up and down. I mean,
last 4 games, including playoffs, was 16. Besides today, I'm not including today. 16, 78, 56, 95. Those are the last 4 games.
Overall, his career with the Bengals, I mean, it's not.
It was 16, 78, 56, 95. So it's kind of, if you're looking from the start of it, it's coming down.
And 25. You missed 25 one too. On January 2nd, 2022 is 25. So it looks like, I mean, it's up and down, right? I mean, like it's not, but yes, it has come down. I mean, 4 targets last December against them for 16 yards, 3 catches for 16 yards. So whatever they did last December against him, they figured something out in that game, and they just replicated it this time, and we didn't overcome that. We didn't game plan against it.
I am not going to let him beat us. And all those numbers you just said are not Travis Kelce numbers that we're used to. They're not. They're not like something that you just write home about, right? I mean, you said 16, 25. You know, he had, maybe a couple of good games and stuff like that. And then, like you said, Teja, the last one, they was like, oh, shoot, well, we're going to have to live this. We're going to have to live with this. So,
yeah, I mean, they definitely figured something out last game. 3 catches for 16 yards is not a good game. It's probably one of his other worst games. So he's had two of his last worst games, the last probably few years against the Bengals.
Come on, baby, go. Yes. That's a first down. This football season, I'll be putting down normal sodas like Coca-Cola for Olipop. Olipop offers a healthier alternative with its low sugar content and natural ingredients. Olipop is more than just a drink. It's a wellness companion that supports your digestive health. Packed with prebiotics, this fizzy elixir helps promote good bacteria in your gut, leading to improved digestion and overall well-being. So go ahead, click the link in the description and use promo code SODALOVE and get your can of Olipop so you can enjoy the game guilt-free. Go Chiefs. Use the promo code SODALOVE for 15% off now. Yeah, and while we did win that game last year against the Browning-led Bengals, we won by 8. That was still a struggle of a game in that game. So, I mean, obviously, yeah. And Gary's going to politics now.
And he's on your fantasy team. I almost traded for him this week, Gary. So you know what? I feel pretty good right now. I could probably get him for a lot less.
Yeah, Gary's trying to say that politics and Swift are part of the issue here.
He's on his fantasy team, so now I see where a little frustration comes from.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. You probably drafted him high, which is it's okay. But yeah. JD, do you think there is a big Kelce game coming down the pipeline here?
I think so. I think, like I said, the ones that know us, Baltimore and Cincinnati, we understand those are probably going to be 2 of our good contests that we had to play against. Cincinnati for sure. But like I said, if I'm a defensive coordinator, the one guy that's not going to beat me is 87. I'm sorry. I'll go win every single meeting, and I'm going to challenge my linebackers. I'm going to challenge my safeties. I'm going to make sure that we're going to bracket. I'm going to make sure that anytime that we're looking and Mahomes try to extend the ball with his legs, find where Travis Kelce is, because that's who he's looking for. That's going to be an emphasis for me as a defensive coordinator.
And that was going to be my other question here, just to tie into the Kelce thing. I have noticed in these 2 games, we haven't really seen Mahomes extend the plays that much, do his normal Mahomes magic where he's extending, because we saw it last week against Baltimore where he got Kelce on that 15-yard little out route, one of his longest plays of the game last week, where he rolled right and they found Kelce, where he broke Len Dawson's record. So there's that. Why aren't we seeing Mahomes do a lot of his usual extend the plays and find something downfield? We're not really seeing that so far. I'm curious, why do you think that is? Why we're not seeing a lot of that usual Mahomes like extend the play, run around back there for a little bit and find something?
Man, I don't know. I think if he sees it, he'll take it. But he had 4 attempts for 29 yards as far as running the ball. We've seen him run around a couple times today.
Yep.
And to be honest with you, Hendricks has almost ran his butt down from backside.
He did.
You think he don't feel that? Who was it? The linebacker came up 55 and tackled him. So they're trying to make it harder. They understand that he's one of the most prolific runners as a quarterback with his legs. Okay. Very underrated. Very underrated. But he kills everybody because people, they don't think he's going to be the guy, and he'll kill you like that. But man, I just, who knows? But like when you sit there and look at this, man, 18 for 25 is that's what he had.
Yeah.
I'm also, aside from what Gary said, I'm as a fan and as a fantasy owner for both. It's been trending this way for a while that Rice is becoming his number one target. This isn't like a brand new thing. Towards the second half of last year and into the playoffs, Rice was more of the game breaker as far as the big time stats and the big time plays. So I'm not surprised that Rice is becoming his number one option. It's not really a shock to me. That's going to probably happen more and more as Travis gets older and as Rice enters his prime. He was a rookie last year. He's only going to get better this year. And I hate to say it, Travis from here on out is only going to get worse. It's just how it works. It's sad. I don't like it, but that's just the truth of the matter. It's just what's going to happen. One guy is going up like this, and one guy is starting to trend down a little bit. We hope it's a less of a slope going down, but it is going down nonetheless, and the other guy's going up.
Well, let me just ask you this. Who are you going to double? Would you rather double Rice or Travis? Let's talk football here. If I'm doubling somebody, just like we did on our defense, is every time I see Jamar Chase, even though we've seen a couple times, they doubled him up as much as possible. They weren't going to let Jamar Chase beat us. Come on, man. It's just X's and O's is just what they are. And so when I'm coming in and my game plan on what I'm going to do, I'm going to make sure they have one guy. They let everybody else beat us. They let everybody else eat. The tight ends ate our lunch because we was running a whole lot of cover 3, isolating the linebacker, okay? And if we're not getting a pass rush, then you get Joe Burrow time to pick us apart. That's what happened against our defense.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.